Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people, today I'm going to talk about Zen coding. It's a plugin. You can also call it a code assist plugin that allows you to expand your abbreviated code quickly into something very useful. Now, have a look at your screen. I'm using Dreamweaver CS6, the latest version at the time of making this tutorial. This code on the left hand side in the code area of Dreamweaver has expanded into this beautiful looking table, and you see the code is so very minimal, right? This is just an example of how write less and show more, so you can increase your productivity and your speed while you write out your HTML and CSS. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how we can effectively work with tables and with conditional comments or conditional style sheets for IE using this code assist plugin, Zen coding. It's a project that's hosted on Google Code. The URL is http://code.google.com/p/Zen coding. Okay, let me bring it up for you. Right, there it is. And for Dreamweaver, all you need to do is you just need to grab this MXP extension file. You need to click and download it and just run the this extension. It'll automatically bring up Adobe Extension Manager and install the plugin. Once the plugin is installed, it will be available inside Dreamweaver people. It's also available across all major editors, and Dreamweaver has always been my favorite. Okay, you can see out here that now the Zen coding option is available under commands, right? So you see this code expanded into this table. In fact, I'm going to also talk about conditional comments. As I said earlier, this tutorial is going to run into two parts. The first part is going to show you how we can actually effectively expand the abbreviation for tables. So let's begin from the very beginning, right? Okay, let's say I would want to work with HTML5, so HTML:5 and beg your pardon, HTML:5 and control comma. Okay, so I quickly have the code that I would want for the very basic or the very bare bone or the skeleton for the HTML5 doc type, the opening closing HTML tags, head tags and body tags. Very cool. So just let's give the title Zen coding, right? I'm going to focus only on tables and conditional comments for I, right? Okay, I'm going to go inside the body tags. That's exactly what is visible on the web page, and I'm going to start off by using the word table, and I'm going to press Control and comma to expand the abbreviation, right? So you can see it'll just balance out the table tag. Let me say Control Z. But if let's say I would want to add certain attributes for this table, so the way to do it is you just need to use the the square brackets like so. And if I wanted to use a caption for the table, the caption always is inside the table tags. It's actually the children or the child of the table, and the way to do is to insert a a caption inside the table, encapsulate with the table, by the table, surround by the table. You need to use the greater than sign to insert a child, and that'll be caption. Okay, if I expand this bit, it's going to expand like this. Let me say Control Z. But if I wanted to give some text or some matter, some content to the caption, I can do it using the curly braces this time, and my content or whatever, right? And expand it using the Control plus comma keyboard combination. Let's say Control Z. Okay, let's get back to table now. Right, now I would want my table to have certain attributes. So I go back to the square brackets, and the attributes, the first attribute would be the width attribute. So width is equal to 400, which means 400 pixels. BG color is equal to how about corn silk. right? Let's say I would want to use a border too. Let's say 2px, right? Let's just be in the code area for some time. How about pushing in border collapse property 2? But that'll happen once you have the style attribute going. So style is equal to border dash collapse and set to collapse, right? Cool. I would also want to have some cell padding of, let's say, 5 px. Very cool. Okay, so these are the different attributes. I think I'm actually done with the attributes. Let's see what will happen if I actually expand it. So a control and a comma, and just made some error, I think, somewhere out here. Cell padding is equal to, this should be is equal to, yep. So that's all fine, right? So we have the BG color, the border, the inline styles going, right? The cell padding going, the width going, right? Let's say Control Z. Now that's really cool, and the table tag is obviously balanced out, right? Very cool. Now let's insert the caption as I'd shown you earlier. So caption with some caption content which will go in like this. So some caption or my caption or whatever. But as a sibling to the caption, I would also want something else. I would want the table content, and that'll happen if you have TR tag going. And how many TRs do you actually want? Let's say I would want 4 of them, right? And inside those 4 TRs, obviously I would want some TDs going too. So again, the greater than sign to create a child, go down, or descendant actually, and let's say I would want table D, TD, table datas, and how many of them? Let's say into 3, multiplied by 3. So if I were to hit a control comma this time, you can actually see that I have the caption going, the TRs going, and the table data going like so. Very cool. Let's say a Control Z, right? People, I know maybe the first time it seems quite miraculous, quite effective, but at the same time, it may be a little it could confuse you a little bit, and it just takes some time getting used to it. And once you get used to it, it's going to make your coding super fast, super easy. You can trust me on that. Okay, now what if I want my table data to have some content? I can just go out after table data keyword and insert some content for them, some cell content like so, right? Make sure that the cursor is blinking at the extreme right. That's very important. And then hit Control plus comma, and you can actually see that we have some content inside the the TDs going. So let's go back to the split view and see how things look like right now. Okay, we actually have a table ready, people, within no time, with the border set to 2px and border collapse set to a collapse. The default behavior or the default value for border collapse is separate. That separates the borders, but that clearly doesn't look good if you actually check it. Let me take up a preview and let's say I this time after saving the changes to an untitled file. That's okay. Alright, people, you can very clearly see that our table is actually ready in no time with the caption set out here. Alright, I actually find this extremely the Zen coding is extremely useful to create tables, and this is the way it actually looks like in Chrome. Very cool. Let's change this to 5px. Right. Let's take up a preview again. Let's try Chrome. I can't seem to get the cell padding going. Why is that? Let me just check. Okay, now that was a silly error that I actually made. This is the way you should be writing it. I can now actually remove this, I think. Yes, I can. And let's take up a final preview in Google Chrome. Right, there you go. So people, Zen coding is extremely useful for writing conditional comments, which I'm going to show you in the next part of this tutorial. Let me just show you a small trailer, a small preview of what I'm going to show you in the next part. So let's say conditional comment, IE, and sorry, that's IE, control comma, and see the way it actually expands, which allows you to then further as a child insert let's say a link tag or that's going to link to an external style sheet. Let me expand that too. Very cool. So people, I hope you like this tutorial, and I hope you'll surely join me in the next part of this tutorial. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.